Matt, thank you so much for taking a moment to have a chat to me.
Oh, sure.
Really
Thanks for
appreciate
having
you
us.
coming over to the UK
Yeah.
and spending some time with Keller Williams here in Prime.
Yeah.
So Matt is Director of Leadership Coaching. You coach 77 coaches
Yep.
who coach real estate leaders.
Yeah, it's a lot of coaching, and
That is a lot of coaching, so you know your stuff.
Sure, thank you.
And the questions that I've got for you are, you've helped 694 agents way back when start and build their estate agency career.
Yeah.
What were some of the fears that they had before making that jump?
I think it's a great question. So I think one of the things that people struggle with is they've never been an entrepreneur before. And so they are going to a job or a position where they're going to get paid a set salary, right? No matter whether, candidly and honestly, no matter what they really do, they're going to get paid, right? And now they're in a position where what they do when they wake up in the morning will determine their success. So if they wake up and they make a commitment to lead generate, right, they'll be successful to do that consistently every day. If they don't, they put themselves in a position where they won't be successful over time. So that's one of the fears is am I going to make this, right? Do I know what to do? Do I know how to do the things that are going to allow me to go take my business to the next level?
Yeah.
I think another one of the fears that's really common is who's going to support me, right? Or, I'm afraid that I'm not going to have the support or information. It sounds like a great conversation. It sounds like a great career. It sounds like something I really want to pursue, right? And I'm afraid that there's nobody going to be there to help me, right? The great thing about our company is that being the #1 training company in the world and actually being in the Training Hall of Fame year after year being recognized worldwide as a top training and consulting company across all industries, it's that they're in an environment to be able to take that on. And then when it comes to, what do I do with my business? How do I build that? Right? We give them a structure step by step. Here's your time block schedule. This is what it looks like.
Yeah.
And we're going to partner with them and continue to execute it, knowing that they're going to have barriers and obstacles that will stand in their way.
Definitely.
So those are some very simple ones. And, it's funny, obviously, you and I speak a little bit differently. You speak in proper English. Mine probably sounds like slang. And it's because we're from different countries, right? And so, that being said, in the UK, it's, real estate or estate agency is considered to be, we have some employed and some self-employed agents. And our model is a self-employed model. And so that's somewhat of a more unique model and opportunity. And people look at the States and say, well, everyone's self-employed and it's a really established business. It's not true. Actually, there's several large companies that employ their agents, and there's many agents that are dual career, and they do make the leap very often from an employed career where they're getting a check or a salary into starting full-time in real estate. So interestingly enough, we face the same fears and conversations, and our organization has become the largest real estate company in the world by creating a set model of training to help people overcome that.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. As a coach, what questions do you think individuals should be asking themselves about their life? How do they get on a path to the life that they want by design?
So I think it's a great question, and I wish I had days to answer that question. And yet, what I'll go to is there's in the One Thing book, which is written by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan, there's the 4 Thieves of productivity. So the inability to say no, the fear of chaos, poor health habits, and the fact that their environment doesn't support their goals. So some of the questions that I'd be asking myself are, do I know what I want so I know what to say yes and say no to? Yeah. Right? One question I'd be asking myself is, do I have my goals written? Right? Harvard did a study where they found that students that wrote down their goals were far more likely, actually 5 times more likely to earn a greater income when they graduated than the people that didn't. And so, do I have my goals written down? The second thing is, if my environment gets crazy, gets chaotic, if my life does, which will probably happen when I start in real estate, am I okay with that, chaos, with those changes? And am I willing to do the work and learn and educate myself so that I can become the expert in my business, right? The next step to that I would ask myself or look at is I'd say, my poor health habits, right, or my great health habits. So am I taking care of myself because my health is my wealth, right?
Yeah.
Because my energy creates my opportunity. And then finally, I'd be looking at my environment. Does my environment currently support my goals, support my income goals, support my success?
And what particularly about your environment?
Yeah, so what I'd be looking at is, who I'm in business with.
Yeah.
Because really it's who we're in business with is what matters. And I'd be looking to investigate, what it is that allows us to grow in that environment. So do I have the training? Do I have the mentorship? Do I have the conversations to go to the next level?
Yeah, brilliant. And you talked a lot about income goals. What would you say we should all be thinking about in terms of income, and what are your thoughts on income versus wealth?
Yeah, that's a great question. In the States, at the very least, we're taught about, the concept is you go to university, you go to college, right? You graduate, you get a job, right? And you get paid and you make that salary, and it's kind of a linear way of looking at your life. And if you look at the most successful people, well, first of all, wealth isn't just about money. Wealth is about your spirituality, your money, your job, your finances, your family, your personal relationships, right? Wealth is about being a whole person. And yet if we're just looking about the money side of wealth, the most successful people look at how they can build multiple income streams, right? How they can scale their opportunity, how they can invest to create a return. If we're looking at real estate as, I'm just going to make an income, when it's the asset that over 90% of the world's wealth is held in, right? And we're deciding to have a career in real estate, we should probably be looking at, hey, how do I invest in it, right? How do I develop it? How do I teach my clients how to do that? How do I look at other opportunities that are associated with real estate to be able to invest and grow my wealth and grow my income? And so again, I had an income mindset when I got into real estate. I was in Keller Williams for about 4 years, and I built 11 income streams.
Wow.
And so it shifted my thinking through coaching and training to look at what opportunities are there and how can we build wealth.
Brilliant, thank you.